Hi.
What up?
How are you?
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Brady's Patriots going up against Carr's Raiders.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay at Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Hey, we got tight left.
Ozzy! Wait, 20!
Alert!
Move 20!
Three down.
Blue!
Check 4.
On first down, Brady.
Check 31.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. And I put my first tally mark next to the Brady to Gronk counter here.
I think it may be the first of many because once they get going, look out. Things tend to snowball. Tom Brady trusts Gronk as much as any receiver I think he's thrown to in his career. And it's evident when you see that.
And that's saying something.
That's saying something right there. But he's earned it.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Move 20! Go!
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Not this side.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a second and 11.
Hey, check it!
It's a party now.
Wait, 20!
It's a party
Alabama,
now.
380! Wait!
Check.
Brady to throw on second down.
Kill.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Double tight. Hey,
Let's
we
go!
got 4.
Wait,
We got
20.
Four down.
1st and 10. Here's Brady. Allen has it, left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. Instead of the running back in New England, sometimes they like to call them the passing backs. They get them the ball in different ways, don't they?
They certainly do. Think about the ones they've had in recent vintage. You're talking about Kevin Fogg.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Bruce Irvin. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Two tights. 3
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Dwayne Allen, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Carr. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A Raiders 1st down. Carr hooking up with Cook.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Watch right. We got right.
Now.
Carr gives to Lynch on the draw. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 1. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Get set. 180.
They do go for it. It's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage as he breaks.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Jameis Winston's Buccaneers going up against Deshaun Watson's Texans.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. First down, Winston. And his first look is incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that'll bring up second down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes it's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Adam Humphries, 70 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he fires one incomplete.
If we had $1 for every time we heard a team talk about explosive plays and how valuable they are, we probably wouldn't have to work very much. And we just saw a big one there. And then they tried to go explosive again, going for two.
Yeah, is that a little too risky, you think? Just kick the extra point?
You know, I'm all about getting points. And if I feel good about my kicker, I go ahead and do that. But with that ball at the 2-yard line, going for two, I think it's awfully tempting for teams nowadays.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Double tight. Here we go. Red 38. We got 4.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, second down.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class, and there's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Lamar Miller. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
A first down carry now for Miller. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for loss.
And his throw here's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's third down.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
Here we go. Red 38.
Throwing on third down, Watson.
Bound to lose one.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Throwing, Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
It came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. On third down, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Man left, man left. Hey, hey, hey. We got three. We got three. Three down.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action and hit them over the top.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. They're going to try for it on fourth. Winston stays out there.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. Give him 5 on the play there. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the ball.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Partner, you know I'm always going to listen to you first, okay? But when I hear the PA guy say, tackle in the backfield by Clowney, my first thought is to go back to his days at South Carolina and that one particular hit in the bowl game against Michigan.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. This one maybe not as big as that, but my mind goes there as well.
Yeah, boy, he's a talented individual because you can use him in so many different ways. Obviously, a defensive end, he can play stand-up outside linebacker, and in nickel and sub situations, rush him inside against offensive guards. He's usually too quick for him.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. On fourth down, cross. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here, they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
58,
Ohio.
58,
Ohio.
Mike.
Flex round. Flex round.
What we got? Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
And that'll set them back 5.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Come on, let's hit.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down.
Alert.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Double tight, double tight.
Ready.
They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Here they come, here they come, here they come. Hot, 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 hot.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Pass incomplete.
Nice hit.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Watch 10, watch 10. Come on, come on. Watch 10, watch 10. Let's go now.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. This is caught, and he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Let's go now.
Again, it's Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Winston. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Christian Covington able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Mike 5-5.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Here comes the blitz. Come on.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. One receiver to the left is Evans. Now Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard from 4 yards out. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. So they're going to go for 2.
Left, watch left.
Working out of the gun, Winston. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. Folk out there now to kick this one off. So that one will be accepted.
Tight end left, tight end left. Even. 4 down.
Here we go.
Even.
Red 38. Red 38.
58's the
Flex
mic, 58.
round. Flex
58's the mic.
round.
Collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second down following the incompletion.
Hey, we got tight left.
Let's go.
Hey, boys, we got four
Red 38. Red 38.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Second down a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Ohio. Here we go.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right
Here
there.
we go. Red 38. Red 38.
You don't want none.
Now Watson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. William Golston in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
We got double tight. Double tight.
Here we go. Red 38.
Hey, we got
They're going for it. It's Watson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have two of the most complete linebackers in the NFL on the field. It's Bobby Wagner going up against Navarro Bowman.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 24-yard line.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Two tights.
Left.
Yeah, Patrick says he wants to be a GM before Wendy. He's been there longer. Yeah. Right, Pat?
Yeah.
He wants to take over your property, because it has an apartment perfect for him. Yeah, it'll be good for him, it's just, he's going to be living there by himself. It's okay, you're going to sleep in the living room. And then he has 2 bedrooms, one for each girl. It's going to be living with him.